Author of Defiant: Inside the Mar-a-Lago Raid, the left's ongoing lawfare, Christina Bobb. Christina Bobb, you have followed this from the beginning. We were talking about this in D.C. yesterday. Why can't this just get done?
I know it was a painful hearing. The whole process is difficult, especially because, as Massey pointed out, this has been going on for multiple administrations, and it's just become a complete dumpster fire in the Trump administration. My concern about this is that Pam Bondi, Kash Patel, whoever's running point on this, is getting some bad information from people that are convincing them that this is the right way to go, that this is the best approach. Cover it up, cover it up. We saw this happen in Watergate, and I know you used Watergate as an example in your monologue. The way they got Nixon was not because he had anything to do with the break-in. The break-in had happened long before he even knew about it. What they got him to do was to agree to the cover-up, and that's what Pam Bondi and Kash Patel have been doing. You know, I don't have inside information on that, but looking at it as someone like you who wants to see President Trump succeed and wants to see this administration succeed, and certainly the Department of Justice, I've got some real concerns that they might be getting some bad advice, and this could go sideways.
Yeah, but this should have been an absolute layup for Pam Bondi. Democrat Congresswoman Mary Gay Scanlon started complaining about the government keeping, secret lists, okay? When they were keeping lists of, like, gun owners, people buying more than X amount of ammo, people who oppose masking and vaccines and school board meetings, roll this.
We do understand that your current position is that you have a secret list of people or groups that you are accusing of domestic terrorism.
You're right. That's why we're so glad they rescinded the memorandum targeting parents.
Why did Jim Jordan have to answer that, though? I mean, Pam should have nailed that one.
Yeah. I mean, it was a mess of a hearing. I am certainly not going to cover for that. I don't have a great answer for that. I think that Pam Bondi has got a lot coming at her. I'm not in any way trying to defend her, but like you, I know her. Like you, I've always liked her. I always want to see her succeed. I don't know, if she's not in that position, I don't know how it gets better. So it has to come from wanting to expose all this, and until this administration gets there, I don't know.
Yeah, but obviously Democrats always do stupid stuff. They always ask these gotcha questions like, did you stop beating your wife today? And yes, this is what Democrats do after a lot of these, like Jerry Nadler, that dude's been in Congress for like 490 years, okay? So he was there when all this was being covered up for the last 20, 30 years. But they're trying to make a viral moment to use it for their campaigns. But Pam Bondi actually, I hate to say it, kind of made it easy for him today. Watch this.
I want to know, were there any underage girls at that party or at any party that Trump attended with Jeffrey Epstein?
This is so ridiculous, and that they are trying to deflect from all the great things Donald Trump has done.
She went and brought up the stock market and says we should be talking about that. But I'm like, you have to answer the questions.
Yeah, and I think part of the problem, why she was struggling throughout the whole thing is, I don't think it's very hard to defend secrecy and not disclosing things. She's in a hard position. The position that this administration has taken, or at least this DOJ has taken on this case, is a very hard one to defend, and unfortunately makes it really easy for Democrats in situations like this. They've got layup after layup after layup because they're in the quote unquote the high road, right? So,
Democrats are never on the high road.
I mean, but it's kind of weird because you have both Republicans and Democrats calling for the release. You've got both Republicans and Democrats that have covered it up. It's just kind of a weird mess that has landed in the Trump DOJ's lap, and they're not in a great spot.
Yeah, I'm just going to make bumper stickers, pedos and wood chippers. Christina Bobb, we appreciate it.
He loves the Constitution. He fights for what's right. He hates the bad guys. He's a freedom warrior. He's your freedom warrior. Watch Carl Higbie every weekday on Newsmax.